Welcome back to the channel Pocket Change Coins, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're going to take a close look at one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This humble coin, which has been around for over a century, may hold a hidden value that will surprise you. Stick with us as we uncover the historical significance, design features, and the rare conditions that make this coin so valuable in today's market. Let's start by diving into the rich history behind the Lincoln Wheat Penny. The wheat penny, introduced in 1909, was the first U.S. coin to feature the likeness of President Abraham Lincoln, and it quickly became a beloved piece of American currency. The reverse side of the coin, known as the wheat ears design, features two sheaves of wheat, symbolizing the country's agricultural roots. This design remained on the coin until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design we know today. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny is especially interesting because it comes from a unique period in American history. In 1950, the United States was in the midst of post-World War II prosperity, and the economy was booming. However, this period of economic growth was also a time of significant change in the world of coinage. The 1950s saw the introduction of new minting techniques, changes in the composition of coins, and a rise in the demand for certain coins, all of which played a role in making the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny an important coin for collectors. Now, let's turn our attention to the design of this iconic penny. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing to the right. The design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, was praised for its detail and likeness to the 16th president. Lincoln's calm yet determined expression has made this design one of the most recognizable coin images in history. Surrounding his portrait, you'll see the inscription Liberty and the date 1950 above, with "In God We Trust" below. On the reverse side of the coin, the wheat ears design takes center stage. This reverse image, showing two sheaves of wheat surrounding the words 1 cent, is where the coin gets its name. The simple yet elegant design speaks to the agricultural strength of the United States, and it has remained a symbol of American values and heritage. But when it comes to the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny, there's much more to it than just its design. While most 1950 Lincoln Wheat Pennies were minted in large quantities, certain versions of this coin are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Specifically, there's a rare variety of this penny known as the 1950 D mint mark penny. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, and this particular version is especially valuable due to its low mintage in certain years. In fact, some of these rare 1950 Denver Mint pennies were produced in such limited quantities that they've become one of the most prized finds for coin collectors. But even more rare than the D mint mark penny is the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a special error or variant. In numismatic circles, these error coins can command astronomical prices, and the 1950 penny is no exception. Whether it's a die error, a double strike, or a rare minting mistake, these unique versions of the 1950 penny can be worth significantly more than the standard issue. You might be wondering, what makes a 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny so valuable in today's market? The key is rarity and condition. Many of these pennies were circulated extensively and show signs of wear and tear, which can lower their value. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition, especially one that has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value can skyrocket. Coins with high grades, such as MS-65 or higher, are the most desirable to collectors and can be sold for far more than face value. In addition to condition, it's important to note that certain years and mint marks of the Lincoln Wheat Penny are more valuable than others. The 1950 penny, in particular, has become a coin that collectors seek out for its rarity, historical significance, and unique design features. If you happen to find a 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny in near-perfect condition, with a rare mint mark or error, it could be worth a small fortune. So, how much can a 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny really be worth? If you're fortunate enough to possess one in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth $105,000. That's right, $105,000. It's truly amazing to think that a single, relatively common penny from 1950 could be worth such an impressive amount. It just goes to show how rare and valuable certain coins can become over time, especially when they have unique characteristics or historical significance. If you happen to have a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny or come across one in your search for rare coins, make sure to check its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors. You might just have a treasure on your hands that could change your financial future. Today, because we're talking about one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. This seemingly ordinary penny could be worth far more than you might expect, and you might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even knowing it. Stick with us as we explore the history, design, rarity, and value of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, and uncover what makes it so special in the world of numismatics. Let's start by taking a look at the historical context of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. By 1945, the United States was emerging from the hardships of World War II, and the economy was in the midst of a major transformation. The war had led to significant changes in the American workforce, as well as in the minting process for coins. During this time, the U.S. Mint was working hard to keep up with the demands for currency, and the Lincoln wheat penny, which had been in circulation for decades, continued to be a staple of daily transactions. The Lincoln wheat penny, first introduced in 1909, was designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner. The coin featured a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, and the reverse showed two sheaves of wheat, symbolizing America's agricultural roots. This design remained largely unchanged until 1958, when the wheat ears were replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. But the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, with its iconic wheat reverse, represents a key moment in American history, and it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Now let's turn our attention to the design elements of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. On the obverse, we find the classic image of Abraham Lincoln, facing to the right. Lincoln's face, strong and resolute, has become one of the most recognizable faces on American coinage. Surrounding the portrait are the words, "Liberty," which serve as a reminder of the freedom and values that the coin represents, and, "In God We Trust," which speaks to the nation's deep-rooted faith. Above Lincoln's portrait is the year, 1945, marking the year this coin was minted. On the reverse side of the 1945 penny, the wheat ears design takes center stage. The two sheaves of wheat are beautifully detailed and encircle the words, 1 cent. This design, a symbol of the agricultural backbone of the United States, is what gives the coin its popular nickname, the wheat penny. While this design was used for decades, it's the 1945 version that collectors find especially intriguing. So, what makes the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny such a valuable and sought-after coin today? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and certain unique characteristics. While the 1945 penny was minted in large numbers, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Like many coins from this era, the 1945 penny was heavily circulated, which means that finding one in excellent, uncirculated condition is quite rare. Coins that have been well preserved, free from damage or signs of heavy use, are much more desirable to collectors and can fetch a significantly higher price point. One of the key reasons why the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny stands out is its relatively low mintage compared to other years. In 1945, over 1 billion pennies were minted, but as time goes on, many of these coins have been lost, damaged, or simply discarded. This makes finding a high-grade example of the 1945 penny more difficult, and when one does turn up, it can command a premium price on the market. But that's not all. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny also has a reputation for having a variety of rare mint marks and even errors. Coins with minting mistakes, such as double strikes or die cracks, are highly prized by collectors because they are unique and cannot be replicated. These errors can dramatically increase the value of a coin, and if you happen to have a 1945 penny with a rare minting error, it could be worth even more than you expect. Additionally, certain mint marks on the 1945 penny are especially valuable. The 1945 penny was minted in several locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While the coins from the Philadelphia Mint are the most common, those with a D mint mark from Denver or an S mint mark from San Francisco are much rarer and therefore more valuable. If you have a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny with one of these mint marks, it's definitely worth checking the condition and considering its potential value. So, how much could a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny be worth today? Well, the value can vary widely depending on factors like the coin's condition, its mint mark, and any unique errors it may have. A coin in average circulated condition may be worth just a few dollars, but if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare mint mark or a minting error, it could be worth an astonishing sum. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny, in top condition, could be worth up to $100,000, that's right. $100,000. Imagine finding a penny from 1945 that could fetch such a jaw-dropping price. It's amazing to think that a single coin, which was once used for daily transactions, could have appreciated so much in value. So, if you have any 1945 Lincoln wheat pennies lying around in your collection, or if you come across one in your coin hunting adventures, make sure to examine it carefully. Check the condition, mint mark, and any possible errors. You may have a rare and valuable treasure on your hands. Today, we're focusing on a coin that's a true gem of American history, the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny. This penny, which might seem like just another coin from the past, holds a hidden value that might surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of coin hunting, stick around because this coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Let's take a moment to dive into the history behind the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny. By the time the 1940s rolled around, the U.S. Mint had already been producing these iconic pennies for several decades. First introduced in 1909, the Lincoln wheat penny was one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history, lasting until 1958. The coin was designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln has remained one of the most recognizable designs on American coinage. The year 1949 falls in the middle of a decade filled with both post-war recovery and significant changes in American society. The economy was slowly but steadily bouncing back after the hardships of World War II, and the demand for coinage was high. Yet, what makes the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny so special is not just its place in history, but also the unique factors that contribute to its value in the world of coin collecting. Now let's talk about the design of the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny. On the obverse side, we see the timeless image of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. This detailed portrait of one of America's most revered presidents has been an enduring symbol of the country's values of freedom, unity, and perseverance. Surrounding Lincoln's profile are the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year, 1949, marking the specific year the coin was minted. On the reverse side of the coin, we find the iconic wheat ears design, which gives the coin its nickname, the wheat penny. The two sheaves of wheat, intricately arranged, encircle the words, 1 cent. The design is both simple and elegant, paying homage to America's agricultural roots and serving as a tribute to the hard-working farmers who helped build the nation. The wheat penny design was used for nearly half a century, until it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. So, what makes the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny so valuable today? Like all coins, the key to its value lies in rarity, condition, and specific details. While many 1949 pennies were minted, finding one in pristine or near-perfect condition is a rare and exciting discovery for any collector. These pennies were widely circulated in their time and have been subject to significant wear and tear over the years. However, if you happen to have a 1949 wheat penny in uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more than you might think. The 1949 Lincoln wheat penny is relatively common, but there are certain factors that can significantly increase its value. One of the most important factors is the coin's mint mark. The U.S. Mint produced coins at multiple locations, and each location used a different mint mark to distinguish its products. The 1949 Lincoln wheat penny was minted in 3 different locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The most common version of the 1949 penny, of course, is the one minted in Philadelphia, which has no mint mark. However, the 1949 penny with a D mint mark from the Denver Mint or an S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint is much rarer, and this difference can dramatically affect the coin's value. In particular, coins minted in Denver and San Francisco are often in higher demand among collectors, which makes them more valuable than their Philadelphia counterparts. In addition to mint marks, collectors also seek out coins with unique features, such as minting errors or special varieties. These error coins, which might feature misstrikes, double dies, or other imperfections, are highly coveted because they are one of a kind. If your 1949 wheat penny has one of these errors, it could skyrocket in value, making it even more desirable to collectors around the world. But perhaps the most important factor in determining the value of your 1949 Lincoln wheat penny is its overall condition. Coins that have been well preserved and carefully stored tend to fetch the highest prices. A coin with minimal wear, sharp details, and a bright finish is considered to be in uncirculated condition, which is where the real value lies. Now, let's get to the big question: how much could a 1949 Lincoln wheat penny be worth? Well, as with most rare coins, the value depends on several factors, such as its condition, mint mark, and any special features it may have. A typical 1949 wheat penny in circulated condition may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. However, in excellent condition, with a rare mint mark or an error, this coin can be worth far more. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for: the 1949 Lincoln wheat penny, in top condition and with a rare mint mark or special feature, could be worth up to $130,000. That's right, $130,000. Imagine finding a penny from 1949 that could fetch such an impressive amount. It's truly amazing to think that a coin which once cost just 1 cent could have appreciated so much in value over the decades. So, if you have a 1949 Lincoln wheat penny lying around, or if you happen to come across one in your coin hunting adventures, make sure to give it a closer look. Check the mint mark, examine its condition, and see if it has any unique features. You might be holding a rare and valuable treasure. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin may seem like just another penny from the past, but trust me, its value might surprise you. If you love discovering hidden treasures, you're in the right place, so stick with us as we explore everything that makes the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny so special and valuable. The Lincoln wheat penny, first introduced in 1909, is one of the most iconic and long-lasting coins in American history. Designed by the talented Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a design of 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse. The wheat stalks give this penny its name, and over the decades, this simple yet elegant design has captured the hearts of collectors around the world. Now, let's turn our attention to the year 1944. This year marked a significant time in American history, as the country was in the midst of World War II. The war effort was at its peak, and there was a massive need for metals to be used in munitions and military equipment. As a result, the U.S. Mint faced a shortage of copper and had to make some adjustments to its coinage. In 1944, the Lincoln wheat penny underwent a major change. It was struck using a combination of copper and steel. This change was due to the copper shortage caused by the war, and it resulted in some unique variations of the penny. The steel pennies were produced in 1943, and by 1944, the mint returned to using copper but mixed it with zinc. While most 1944 pennies were struck with this copper-zinc alloy, certain varieties made during this year have captured the attention of collectors for their distinct features. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile, surrounded by the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," with the date, 1944, stamped beneath his image. It's a striking portrayal of the 16th President of the United States, who served during one of the most challenging times in American history. Lincoln's image on this coin symbolizes the enduring strength and unity of the country. On the reverse side of the coin, we find the iconic wheat ears. These wheat stalks, symbolizing America's agricultural roots, have been an enduring feature of the Lincoln penny since 1909. The reverse also bears the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, with the denomination of 1 cent displayed prominently at the center. It's a design that pays homage to the nation's hard-working farmers and the prosperity they helped build. So, what makes the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny so valuable today? As with all rare coins, a number of factors determine its worth. One of the primary factors is the condition of the coin. Many of the 1944 wheat pennies that were minted were used extensively in daily transactions and have experienced significant wear over the years. Finding one that is in excellent or uncirculated condition is already a rare feat, but it's not the only thing that makes these coins valuable. Another key factor is the mint mark. The U.S. Mint has multiple locations where coins are produced, and each mint uses a distinct mint mark. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used the letter D, and the San Francisco Mint used the letter S. Pennies minted in San Francisco or Denver are generally rarer than those minted in Philadelphia, making them more desirable to collectors. However, the true treasure for collectors lies in finding a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny with a rare minting error or unique feature. Some 1944 pennies have been discovered with minting flaws, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other imperfections that make them stand out. These error coins are highly coveted in the world of coin collecting because they are one of a kind, and collectors are always on the lookout for such anomalies. But even without a minting error, a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in pristine or near-perfect condition can be worth far more than you might expect. Coins that have been well preserved, stored carefully, and kept free from damage or wear are always in demand. The value of these coins can skyrocket, particularly when they're in high demand or are part of a limited collection. Now, let's talk about the price. You might be wondering just how much a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny could be worth. Well, the value can vary depending on the condition, mint mark, and rarity of the coin. A 1944 penny in average circulated condition may only be worth a few dollars. But if you have one in exceptional condition or with a rare error, the price can go up significantly. In fact, a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in perfect condition, with a rare mint mark or a valuable minting error, can be worth as much as $120,000, that's right, $120,000 for a single penny. Who would have thought that a coin once worth just 1 cent could now fetch such an impressive amount? It's a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting and the incredible value that some coins can hold as they age. So, if you have a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in your collection or if you stumble upon one, be sure to examine it closely. Check the mint mark, inspect its condition, and keep an eye out for any unusual features that could make it even more valuable. You just might have a rare and valuable treasure on your hands. Today, we have something extraordinary to talk about, something that could very well change the way you look at those old pennies you might have lying around. Yes, we're diving deep into the world of the 1954 Lincoln wheat penny. While most of us probably think of pennies as being worth just a single cent, there's something incredibly special about the 1954 edition that makes it stand out among the rest. By the end of this video, you'll see just how valuable this seemingly ordinary penny can be. The Lincoln wheat penny, which first debuted in 1909, is one of the most beloved and iconic coins in American numismatics. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the reverse side showcasing 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing the country's agricultural strength. This design remained in circulation until 1958 when the wheat penny was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. Now, let's zoom in on the 1954 Lincoln wheat penny specifically. At first glance, it may look like any other penny from the era, but there's far more to this coin than meets the eye. The year 1954 marked a time of economic stability in the United States, following the end of the Korean War and during the early stages of the post-war boom. The country was in the midst of rapid industrialization, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins in large quantities to meet the demands of a growing economy. The 1954 penny, however, didn't make waves for its time. It wasn't the rarest coin produced in its era. Most of the 1954 Lincoln wheat pennies were minted and circulated regularly, so finding one today in a normal, worn condition wouldn't be too remarkable. However, what sets certain 1954 pennies apart from others is their condition, rarity, and special features. The 1954 penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, which is common for many coins of this period. Each mint mark plays a significant role in determining a coin's value. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, for example, do not have a mint mark, while those from Denver bear the letter D, and coins from San Francisco feature the letter S. The rarer mint marks, particularly the S mint mark, tend to draw more attention from collectors. But that's not all. The condition of the coin can make a huge difference in its value. Most of the 1954 Lincoln wheat pennies that you come across will likely show signs of wear. These coins, having been in circulation for decades, often have visible scratches, discoloration, and other marks from years of handling. But what collectors are truly hunting for are coins in mint state or uncirculated condition, those that have been carefully preserved and kept away from the hands of time. These are the ones that can fetch significantly higher prices. The 1954 penny, when found in such a well-preserved state, can be incredibly valuable, especially with the right mint mark. But wait, there's more. The 1954 Lincoln wheat penny, in certain rare instances, may also feature a minting error or unique characteristic that sets it apart. Mint errors can include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, all of which make a coin significantly more interesting to collectors. These one-of-a-kind error coins are the holy grail for many in the numismatic world, and their value can skyrocket. The rarity of these coins, combined with the appeal of their imperfections, means that they command attention at coin auctions and marketplaces. Let's be honest, most of us wouldn't think a 1954 penny would be worth much at first glance. But when you start to break down the factors that go into determining a coin's value, such as mint mark, rarity, condition, and any unique features or errors, the picture starts to change. For example, while a standard 1954 penny in average circulated condition might be worth just a few cents, a well-preserved, uncirculated example from the right mint mark could fetch hundreds of dollars. But we're not done yet. As for the real eye-popper, you might be shocked to know that the 1954 Lincoln wheat penny, when in exceptional condition and carrying those unique traits, is valued at an astounding $190,000. That's right, $190,000 for a single penny. So, if you have any 1954 Lincoln wheat pennies sitting around, take a moment to inspect them carefully. Look for the mint mark, examine the condition, and see if there are any unique features or errors that could increase its value. You might just have a rare treasure worth a small fortune hidden in your pocket or jar of old coins. This just goes to show that in the world of coin collecting, even the most overlooked and seemingly ordinary coins can be worth a lot more than you think. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all things rare and valuable in the world of numismatics. Who knows, maybe you'll stumble across your own hidden gem. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video.